I don't have to tell you, if you've been watching my videos, that this is a very difficult time. One of the greatest presidents of all time, if not second maybe to Herbert Hoover, has purportedly been beaten. Now this is a great blow to all us Catholics and our partner evangelicals who work so hard to get our president elected again. I can't imagine how deep the pain runs at the Catholic group I shared with you, who produced that beautiful survey in order to get our president elected. But they should not despair. Today I bring hope. Despite losing the popular vote by 5 million in a very close election, our president is showing his patriotism and fight to keep our country great by challenging many of the state's results. Now this is no easy task and is not a project for the faint of heart. Our president's people have to challenge the contested states that voted in favor of the president and show that they were fair elections. And then they have to go to the states that did not vote in favor of the president and show that those elections were rigged. And that's even though some Republicans were voted in on those ballots. But I know he'll succeed. We thank God every day for the Electoral College. And a 5 million vote difference might be a little much to overcome. But being the good Christian man our president says he is, we know that God will help him prevail. Now there's some things going on as we challenge these elections that maybe we might normally consider unchristian. But I want to read part of the Gospel of Saint Avarice to show that Christ actually taught one of these techniques. Jesus said, I've taught you that if someone is going to accuse you of something you actually did wrong, you accuse them first. I want to teach you another helpful technique today. If it would be to your advantage to accuse someone of something, don't hesitate. And the more emphatic you are, the better. Even if he didn't do it, said Philip, especially if he didn't do it, said Jesus. Now when you accuse this person, the first thing he's probably going to say is, I didn't do it. Which he didn't do it, said Philip. Exactly, said Jesus. And you respond, but can you prove you didn't do it? I call it flipping the responsibility. So if the person wants to prove his innocence, he'll have to take the time and money to prove it. Lord, that doesn't seem very nice. And isn't accusing someone of something when you know they didn't do it slander? Not anymore, said Jesus. This is a new age. Peter smiled. This might take some practice and maybe a little chutzpah, but I like it. So you see, when these people go in to these election districts, they say to them, this election was rigged. And they say, no, it wasn't. Can you prove that? And the president's people say, no, we're not going to prove it. We're going to make you prove that you didn't do it. Now see, that might not seem very nice, but it was taught by Jesus himself. And I want to mention something else about our great president. Despite all that's going on, he continues to take the time to push hard to cancel affordable health care in the Supreme Court. I want to say that right. The Supreme Court judges all have first-rate affordable health care from the government. It's the other 20 million other Americans who will lose it that I'm talking about. Now I bring this up because the president continues to do this while not even having another plan. While 200,000 people, 250,000 people have died from COVID. Now I bring that up because that just shows what a brave man our president is. You got to give him a lot of credit. Finally, I want to implore you to send money to his defense fund. That's regardless of what my liberal friends are saying, that he is not conceding so that he can continue to make money. Now, how mean is that? Our president would never stoop that low. As we end, it's been a tradition to say a prayer together. Today we have a prayer from Alice from Waco, Texas. Now, Alice says she's just a normal citizen, but she has read the Gospel of Saint Avarice now, and she really appreciates all the troubles that the rich and powerful face in our society today. And she sends a prayer for the understanding of the rich and powerful. We implore you, Lord, to hear our prayer as we are in very terrible times. It is our hope that you give strength to the rich and powerful, your servant politicians, your business leaders, and evangelical preachers, who have taken a great deal of grief because they've given up the way of the Lord in the common Gospels to follow your real word in the Gospel of Saint Avarice. As you prove in your Gospel, being dishonest, acting as if you care about those you govern when you really don't, when you cheat those who work for you, and you ignore the most vulnerable, these things can sometimes be construed as unchristian. Some get upset when we deny climate change. Our attempts to drive almost all the wealth to the richest is not appreciated. We are just trying to do your work. And finally, Lord, while we do deny climate change, we ask you, just in case, to protect our homes on the coastlines and our yachts, as they are signs of our success. In your name, amen. And finally, I should mention that Alice says, if the president is successful and he has the Affordable Health Care Act overturned, she will probably lose her health insurance. But she says she takes it as a challenge from God to not get sick. God bless you, Alice. What a patriot. God bless to everyone.